Utah has become the first state in the country to ban pride flags from public schools and government property. The bill became law last night and it goes into effect on May 7th. Governor Cox chose not to sign or veto it, saying that he would not veto the bill because he expected the legislature to override it. He did write a letter to lawmakers asking them to consider repealing the part which applies to government properties. Cox says, despite his concerns, he supports the bill's professed goal of making classrooms neutral spaces. Utah's also the first.
Now, I'm going to leave it at that, right? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not playing around. They want him to revise it so he can put it in government buildings. No. First off, I like that you're saying, this is Utah. Hey, I don't know what y'all do in Utah, but I'm proud. No more LGBTQ flags, bro, in my schools. Please ban that, because we don't need that in there. We do not need no LGBTQ flags in America, bro, because that doesn't represent America. That represents your sexuality, and that has nothing to do with being American. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with your nationality. And then also, you got to ban them from the government buildings. You got to ban them from the schools, because you're indoctrinating my children. Because if you ban them from the schools, then these schools cannot force your kids to celebrate things that you don't want. I have a little son, man, and I sometimes I wonder, man, do I allow this to happen? Like, sometimes you could either protect your kids or not protect your kids. And not protecting your kids is allowing your kids to be influenced by things that you yet to wanted them to be influenced by, like their sexuality. Now, there's one thing to teach my kid about sexuality, the birds and the bees, the man and the woman, right? But when you start telling my son he can be a woman, he can like the same, gender, we might got a problem, you hear me? And I'm talking about little kids too, you know what I'm saying? One's in pre-K, kindergarten, first, second, third grade. You got them celebrating Pride Month. The flags, what you think they saying in them classes, bro? Like, for real, you got to think about that. What do y'all really think? What do y'all really think they saying in them classes? They saying everything. Like, I bet in those classes, man, they spilling the beans. But I ain't got time for that, because they got a whole month for some shit that take like a day to explain. So what you think they doing in school? They extending that? Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm gonna wait. Nope. I can't go. This big ass magnet. But what y'all think in the comment section, man? At the end of the day, I feel like that shit shouldn't have been in schools anyway. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a black man. I'm a black man in Illinois, and there's a lot of gay people out here, bro. A lot of down low people too. This shit shouldn't be in our schools to begin with. I feel like once you lose your morals to things and you allow everything goes. So as soon as I allow you to do this, I shouldn't have no standard to stop you from enforcing something else. Well, you let the gays get married. The gays can do what they want. Or I feel like I'm a girl. That's crazy that you feel that way, because you're not. I was just explaining, and I don't want to be on a rant or a tangent this whole one. I'm just going to explain this and get off of here. Before the whole movement of the LGBTQ movement, it was just the gay. Nobody really was doing, maybe the bi, the gay and the bi. That's all it was, the L and the G and the B. You know what I'm saying? When you added the Q and the T and the plus, hey, you kind of messed up, because now you kind of connected yourself to these people. They took you in. They said, all right, cool, whatever. But what happened is you radicalized it. I was explaining to somebody okay, eventually our world's going to be trans, whatever. That's cool. I'm the new generation, so I'm more lenient to it. The old heads, they're fully against it, bro. Anybody over the age of 60, bro, they're most likely against all of that. It don't matter what it is. They don't like it. They don't do it. They're not agreeing with it. My generation is more lenient. Now, all I'm saying is we would be very more accepting of this in our country, which we already are, right? But we are by force. We're not are by like, I don't mind anymore. It's more about, you're going to like this or I'm going to cancel you, right? So since it's like that, in my mind, in my theory, I was like, well, if they would have just took their time and did kind of what the gays did, gay on the low, chill out, one by one, year by year, people start warming up to it, warming up till they accept it. And then next you know, you got the president saying, okay, you can have gay marriage. Okay, that's a win for the gay community. But then as soon as that happened, it radicalized immediately with, it was just the gays and bis, what I'm saying, the lesbians. Now, once the trans and the Qs and the Ts got involved, then it radicalized immediately because they like, well, you accept them, you're gonna accept all of us, and you're gonna accept us all, or we're gonna all shame you because I assume you are shaming just the gays and the lesbians, but that's not the case. We're not even judging them anymore. We kind of almost accepted it, but then when and this is a crazy thing that I gotta explain to people because people already understand this. Once the queers, the trans, and the pluses, they got a hold of the top half of the LBT, LBQ, whatever the fuck the hell it is, alphabet. Then that's kind of what happened. It's like in my mind, all I'm saying is that we could have just took our time. We could have just, not we, y'all, shit. I ain't gay. Fuck you talking about? Y'all could have just took y'all time and just slow motioned into it, and then everything would have been copacetic and acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to think about it. For shit like this to be acceptable in the future, the old people that don't accept it has to almost die off, right? And I'm not saying they should, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that have the morals to life, because we're going to a world that's more like satanic, right? That's why we have a high, low birth rate, high, high infection rate of STDs and shit, because we don't care no more. Nobody's caring. So I'm with the old heads. I ain't gonna lie with y'all. I'm 100% with the old heads because they had morals. Now it's just whoever win. Whoever's in the game get it, stick it. I don't care if it's man, woman, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's really much the mentality right now. So I'm saying for the LGBTQ community, you getting backlash off of the government banning shit now because of the fact that no people no longer want to sit back and you force this shit on their kids, and then you shame them for being a parent. You shame them for guiding them from stuff like this in the future, because you're a fool if you don't see what this could cause. You're a fool if you don't know what could happen if you allow this to go full throttle. And like I said, you could have just slow motioned your way into it. The gays didn't force their way in it. Obama gave them the right to be married. Like, they didn't force their way in it. They kind of asked for it, prayed about it, but it wasn't violent. They didn't shame people. They didn't cancel people for it. They kind of earned it. Then when they had it, it was just the lesbian, gays, and the bis. But now when you add the trans and the queers, what's it called? Shit, I don't even know this shit. Queers and gays, and trans, then you kind of like fuck up the thing, because now you connected yourself to the people that earned it, and then now you're forcing everybody else. Well, you accept them, you gotta accept us, or we gonna ban you, we gonna cancel you, and everybody they bandwagon onto that because they're woke, which is a problem because people still have morals. You have to understand that. I understand that people don't accepting of gay people. That's just how the world always was. So you can't take something from the last 10 years and enforce it for everybody prior to 10 years ago. Oh, y'all gonna accept this now? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, boys can walk into girls' sports and play girls' sports. No, no. Well, this is something y'all gonna have to accept now because we feel like girls. No, we're not gonna accept that because it's unfair. Think about what Trump was talking about, the whole the boys in the women's sports. You know how that has fucked up $1 billion business? Imagine male basketball players playing in football and women's sports, bro. I'm betting on him every time. He gonna win because I know you fucking up the game. We can't do that, bro. Because look, that's what's happening. Within from Obama, not even I wouldn't even say from Obama, but it is since Obama to Biden. Like, it wasn't even that long. Like, it's like 8 years for real. Motherfuckers got no rights, no freedom, whatever. To straight up freedom, and then full throttle to enforcing it on your kids. This is what happens when you don't slow motion it. So me saying this is just saying that if you, as the LGBTQ community, really the end part of that community, if y'all would have just slow motioned it to it instead of radicalized and rushed it and pushed it on everybody ideology, you would have been safe. I'm be honest, because you got to think logically. You see, I'm not even for that shit because I think it's kind of sinister. I'm not gonna lie, but nonetheless, you are in America. You do what you want. But since that is the case, y'all gotta understand. You just don't get whatever you want because you forced and bent arms and cancel people and do this, bro. You got to take your time and do it, because now look, you got governments. We shouldn't have Utah banning LGBTQ flags in schools. When since that's like them having BLM flags in your school. That's like them having the tread lightly flags in your school. Like, none of those flags should be in your school. The only flag that should be in your school is the American flag. Simple as that. That's because really the LGBT, that has nothing to do other than sexuality. Why is my kid learning about anybody else's sexuality but his grades? I don't give a damn about no sexuality. I don't want him learning about it. I need him to come back summa cum laude. That's all I'm worried about. Make sure them numbers adding up, them grades looking right. But I don't want my kid being taught this type of shit. First off, it shouldn't have never got into the schools, because people associate me being able to, me or her being able to marry a gay person versus teaching my kids gay shit. Come on, bro. I'm good. I'll pass on that. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Should Utah ban this from government buildings? I think for sure government buildings is a no-no. You can't add it to government buildings. Government buildings, no. You got to remove that shit from government buildings. Facts. Schools, come on, bro. I'll be honest. I see that shit in my kids' school, I'm going to blow one. I'm going to blow a top off. You hear me? I can't do it. I don't want, hey, if my son got to be forced to learn about no, bro, I'll be honest, that's the month he ain't going to go to school. He going to be homeschooled until that shit disappear, because you're not finna indoctrinate my kid. Next thing you know, he got a gender identity disorder. Whatever happened to that, huh? Whatever happened to not knowing what gender you are? I'm just gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna dip off, bro. This might be a little controversial, but if you're a boy and you think you're a girl, you're mentally ill. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. It's your boy. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you disagree with me, tell me you disagree with me and fight with me. I don't care. I'll argue with you, bro, because I'm gonna be honest. I know it's righteous. I know it's not. I have morals. I'm a religious man. I believe in God. There's no, hey, that's the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Even if I didn't believe in God, I already know. Take a situation and blow it up and see how far that situation will get. So take this situation and say, okay, what if Utah didn't ban these flags in their government buildings? And what if Utah didn't ban these flags in their schools? Tell me what's going to happen in 10 years, when in 10 years this already just happened. This shit wasn't big like 10 years ago, for real. This started like Obama, but then it really didn't blow up until Biden. So all this shit happened like in the last 4 or 5 years, for real. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that in the comment section. What happens when we allow this for more than 10, 20 years? Yeah, people are going to be accepting of it, but should we? You know, and for those people that think they don't have a voice, you got a voice. If you guys send your kids to school and you don't firmly believe that, take them out of that, bro. Sometimes you got to bite the bullet and take your kids out of there just to protect their innocence. I'm not for all this. I'm not trying to teach my kids sexuality. He young. I don't need him focused on women. I need him focused on them books and sports. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get ahead. We already sexualizing our kids at youth, talking about sexuality. I don't give a fuck about no your pride flag. You can take your ass over there with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't enforce that. It's like you got a gay friend. Hey, I don't mind having a gay friend. You cool. Just don't be trying to touch on me, bro. 'Cause it's gonna be a problem type shit. But you can chill around. It's cool. Ain't no malice against you, G. I still fuck with you. Just don't do what you doing to him to me. You hear me? But it's your boy Angel So Savage. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Come for me if y'all want to come for me. It's what it is. I'm savage with it, man. It's how I come. If you accept this in your kid's school, then tell me you want to accept gay pride flags in your government and school. Put that in the comment section. If you against it, tell me that you against it in the comment section. Come on, man. I'm telling you, man. Tell me if my opinion is wrong or if it's right. Hey, we live in a free world, but I have the right to say what I want. It's your boy Angelo So Savage. Boy, tell me what you do. Like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe for sure. It's your boy. Peace.